Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play The Witcher 3. So this is going to be a short session. It's going to be about 40 minutes. And the reason being is it's a test session really, because I've been having a lot of problems with Sony Vegas over the past 8 or 9 months. And I've decided now to completely reinstall Windows on my computer. So I formatted my hard drive, reinstalled everything from fresh. And this is now the first recording of my new install, so I'm just using it to ensure that all the settings are back okay, and also to find out if you know, formatting my hard drive and reinstalling Windows has solved my Sony Vegas crashing issues. The reason why I have had to take such an extreme measure is because even though I tried a different piece of editing software, in the end, that still crashed whilst rendering, which led me to believe it was probably my computer at fault.
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
So could be a registry issue or something like that. So I've reinstalled everything, and I'm hoping that this will sort it. So if you're seeing this on your screens, it could well be good news all round. Oh, he sounds like he's in bloody trouble here. Stop screeching like a... Okay, that's why you're screeching! Damn you, drowner! And it's been about 5 days since my last Witcher session, so... once again, I'm a bit rusty. I'm hoping that if this does prove to be a-okay, and I've sorted the issues out that I've had, I'm hoping to get back into much regular recording, because recording once every 2 or 3 days isn't really satisfying my Witcher cravings. Oh, holy cow, not only that, but I suck! Quen would be nice. Holy moly! No! Yeah. What did I say? I'm a little rusty. Yeah. Can we like meditate first, Doctor? I'm a bit buggered. Doesn't seem like the best of places to meditate, really, in terms of the urgency that we should be adopting. So I shall take a drink and actually eat some fish. That'll just keep me going a little bit. Ah, drowners. Come here, you little swine.
Priscilla, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobritz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count.
Yeah, because she had an incision made in her neck, and caustic fluid was poured in. I mean, how horrific. God knows who would do such a thing, but we are certainly going to try and find out. If we don't get distracted on the way by loot, of course. Which, of course, we do. Don't stop on my account, Doctor. Lead the way. In fact, I don't even think we have the right bloody quest on, you know. I think we're trying to find the... morgue, if I was not mistaken. See if we can find it. Carnal sins, yeah, to the mortuary to examine one of the previous victims. Anyway, whilst we're here, shall we chow down on some more food? Food used to stack in terms of vitality regen. I don't think it does anymore.
Take the ladder.
Alrighty.
This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastoni. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
Oh, Alcahest, we need that. Good job I came nosing about. Go on then, sorry Doctor, I was gonna help myself. Light fingers and all that. Oh! Are we going in? Look at all these books. I'm really looking for Mandrake and Cherry Cordial. Ah, okay.
Looks like necrophages got to this one. Let's keep looking.
That's not the body we're looking for. Nor is this.
Human. Wrong body type.
Who's this poor sucker over here?
Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood.
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
You're the doctor. Genitals. Was that the head?
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Okay. Start there then.
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes. And some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Okay. This is taking a rather sinister turn, isn't it? So they scooped his eyes out and put burning coals in his sockets whilst he was still alive. Right, okay. Mouth?
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Jesus.
Just like Priscilla's.
The larynx has been cut, again, just like Priscilla.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Oh. Okay, shall we? We might as well examine the whole body.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, hard carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
And if we want to do that.
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin, an incision. But the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded.
Let's examine something else. Do bear with me, I'm trying to process all of this. This is highly, highly bizarre.
Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience?
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him. See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
Black humour.
And a different sense of humor.
Helps lift the tension occasionally.
His genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
It's kind of awkward, isn't it, really? But I reckon that there could be something there that would give us a clue. So we got to cover all bases.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
Alright, I think we have enough.
Alright, think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Oh, ritual murder, punishment, no motive, or rather not shared. I think it does sound a little bit like a ritual. You know, heart carved out, eyes, coals in eyes. You know, it sounds very planned out, very methodical. And it's been repeated or partially repeated on Priscilla. So yeah, this does sound kind of ritualistic in a way.
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it. Burns in the eye sockets, cavity where the heart should be, scalding liquid, all centering on warmth, heat, fire.
A fire eternal.
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer.
Oh,
And
hello.
I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted, drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
You old friends?
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine. Long ago.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat the ill, not save the world.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact. 30 years, and you've not changed a bit.
Oh, bit of tension.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirates was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, Your Reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As Your Reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
Thank you.
Nathaniel. Who is he?
A scoundrel. A rogue. Like every man who wears the robes of the Eternal Fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer. Delighted especially in torturing women. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job. Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
Okay, well... You don't need to know any other details, I suppose. Stick to the matter at hand, and that is trying to find this murderer.
Don't aim to press you.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's just an old wound, unhealed as yet. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
Keep my eye on you. Right. So we got a few leads to follow up.
Natural inclination towards brigandry. Every one of them.
Right, okay, so we got to find Eustace, the corpse collector, investigate the alley where Priscilla was attacked, and examine the place where the woodcarver died. Well, we'll go to the scene of the crime first. The main crime that we are investigating, which is obviously involves Priscilla. Excusing. And for some bizarre reason, I'm suffering some frame rate drops. Which is very bizarre, but we'll carry on.
A new rise takes, you're a bigger rat than the day.
Eternal fire.
like a new rise teach. And you're a bigger rat.
The eternal fire protects us, but the Witcher sure comes in handy at times.
Appears to be some clue here. What's this? Is this the...
Anyone home?
Begun, or I'll sick me hounds on ye. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid much, lie down. Come on, go on in. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family, or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. Oh, you were a good dwarf. Craftsman like no other. But he were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her?
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep. Her pont said a fever took her.
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss and burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze, and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleating orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. They care about some dwarf.
Fine. We've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Beware of the dogs. Right. So we have a slight change of plan to our destination. But we would have been coming here anyway.
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones.
Concerned Citizen's Sermon. What's this? What's this? I don't know, I can't find it. There we go. Remember, good people, that fire can be both a blessing and a curse. Fire can warm with its flames, fire can prepare our nourishment, fire can drive off the horrors of the dark, yet fire can also scorch, burn, and incinerate. That is why we must live in harmony with eternal fire and its commandments. Whoever fails to heed its lessons, whoever lives in ignorance of it, whoever mocks it, the same shall lose his life in its flames. Take my counsel to heart, good people, or you will reap the consequences of your deeds. A concerned citizen. Highly concerned, obviously. Right, what's this? Looks like somebody's being dragged. Come on. Come on. Why can't I examine?
Dragged something heavy. Dragged something across the floor. Statues. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
Oops, the daisy. Excusing again. Oh! No time for acrobatics here. We're being serious. There's a man mourning his brother's death and we're rolling around the floor. Can't get the damn positioning right for these.
More blood stains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood. Left a few stains behind.
Bloodstain here. Is it just me? Or is this getting ridiculous? I mean, come on, man. Can't examine anything here.
Eyes. Humanoid. Completely rotten.
Oh, Jesus. So there's his eyes.
Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked.
So this is where it happened, eh? Struggle, eyeballs plucked out.
Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. Nothing interesting.
So this is the place where it all happened.
Aye.
Had a look at your sculptures.
Lad? Lifelike, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. The women especially. Never seen a bust that size on Melitele.
Oh aye. Fabian's handiwork. I told him, brother, tits like that would crush her back. What the hell? He said, nay, they'd sell better this way. Told me to shut me trap. And sell they did. Till one sermon at the temple. And the celebrating reverend said that whoso buys idols from the non-human Myers sins twofold, as a heretic and as a lecher. That was the end of that.
So I wonder if some member of the Eternal Fire took a bit of an insult to this dwarf Myers' large bosomed carvings of Melitele and issued punishment.
Already know what happened. Fabian was in the workshop. Murderer attacked him there. They struggled. Fabian was overpowered, then tortured for a time.
I needn't know the details. Truth be told, I hadn't the stomach for him.
When it was over, the murderer dragged Fabian to the courtyard, then made a pyre of sculptures, set them aflame.
But why? Why do all that?
To teach a lesson. To him, you, the whole city. Fine, we've talked enough. Won't learn anything else here. Take care.
Okay, so what did Priscilla do that required her to be punished in the same way? Something to do with the new inn? I don't think so. Goodbye, doggies. Nice doggies. Right. The alleyway where Priscilla was attacked is just down here. Let's take a peek.
Awful pale.
Hey, handsome.
Whistling Wendy. Hey, Whistling Wendy. I can't stay here with you. I'm on official business.
A brazier. This time of year?
Is this formaldehyde?
That him.
How am I to know? Watch him, see what he does.
The hell is going on here? What the? What do you... What? Not now, mate. I'm bloody busy. Can't we take our swords out? I just want to chop these buggers down. I'm flaming busy. Is this to do with this quest, I wonder? Need to get them as isolated as possible.
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
Yeah, I've come to the conclusion that I really don't like fist fighting with more than one person.
What? Lost your nerve?
Kill the whole son. Listen, kill him.
Let's end.
Right, one down, two to go. Good grief, I always leave it so close, don't I? Always leave it so bloody close. No need for that, no need for that.
Try me, prick. Listen, kill him.
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome. For Priscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Of course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally. We'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
Oh, my head's ringing. Watch it, tramp. Novigrad's
I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
So it looks like Priscilla's, yeah, making jests about the eternal fire and all that. Didn't go down too well, maybe.
Man's footprint. The murderer's, maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back. Human. Priscilla's. Human. Priscilla's. Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way.
Concerned Citizen's Sermon. Another one. Remember, good people, the light cast by the fire dispels every darkness, reveals each lie, exposes every unworthy and debauched soul. Not even shape-shifting Dopplers can hide from its light, not even witches and sorceresses, so adept at fooling the common folk, not the loose women who walk the street and fog men's minds with their charms. Abandon then the treacherous and immoral magic arcane, cover your bodies in modesty and provoke no unclean thoughts, and the eternal fire will expose for you all monsters and sinners, or else burn you too in its flames. So all that is left is for us to find Eustace, the corpse collector. And we've reached about 35 minutes here, so I'm going to end the session here. As I said, it's going to be a short one. It's just for me to test out a few of the settings and things. And yeah, well, I have some work to do because I'm getting some frame rate drops. So yeah, anyway, until next time, bye for now.